How good is a team of players starting with R? Let's find out. Continuing our alphabet domination with the letter R, and this team is what I'd call the definition of pretty good. Not spectacular, not amazing, just pretty good. We do have a star in Mikko Rantanen on offense. We'll be playing with Sam Reinhart and Jason Robertson on the first line. Then we get Lucas Raymond, Evan Rodriguez, and Brian Rust on the second line. Ricard Raquel, Jack Roslovic, Alexander Radulov on the third line, and Nick Ritchie, Victor Rask, and Ryan Reeves on the fourth line. On defense, Morgan Riley and Rasmus Ristolainen on the first line, Matt Roy or Roy, depending on what it is, and Mike Riley on the second line, and Alexander Romanov and Jan Ruda on the third line. We got Antti Ranta and James Reimer, the absolute legend, in net. They're both in 84 overall, so I don't know who the game is going to put as the starter. It'll probably be Antti Ranta, but I'm actually interested to see who ends up starting. Because when you have the same overall, even if you put one in the starting position, they'll just play the one in backup more if they feel like it. Same as always today, 3 seasons. They have 3 chances to win a cup. Regardless, we're going to see how many cups they can win, and then at the end, you guys get the vote for the MVP, for the letter, so at the end we can form the alphabetical super team. Year number 1, we finished with a 46, 29, and 7 record with 99 points for second in our division. Unsurprisingly, Mikko Rantanen leads the team in points and goals, 71 points, 33 goals. The closest in goals was Raymond and Raquel, actually, with 27 apiece. And then the closest in points was Robertson with 69. Reinhardt had 65. Raymond 64. Raquel 63. Then we get down to the 50s with Rust and Radulov. Roslovic 18 goals, 27 assists for 45 points, and Evan Rodriguez 15 goals for 30 assists for 45 points. Then on the defense side, 7 goals, 26 assists for 33 points for Morgan Riley makes him the highest by far. The closest was actually Roy with 21 points, 8 goals, 13 assists. Mike Riley, 4 goals, 15 assists for 19 points. Ristolainen, 4 goals, 14 assists for 18 points. 4 and 13 for Ruda. Alexander Romanov, 4 goals, 7 assists for 11 points, but he had the highest plus minus on the team. I should say their line had, Ruda had 15 for the most, and Romanov had 11. And we ended up starting James Reimer, and I'm a big fan of it. He did only win 25 games in 47 games played, but he had 4 shutouts, a 910 save percentage, and a 2.73 goals against average, then 21 wins in 37 games played for Ranta, 2 shutouts, a 901 save percentage, and a 2.91 goals against average. We're facing St. Louis in the first round. First 3 games are a win, and a win. That is what we like to see. Game number 4, also a win. So we're starting off strong in the playoffs with a sweep, which brings us to Colorado, the defending Stanley Cup champions. Can we deal with them as well? Loss, win. So we're not completely out of the woods yet. Taking one of the 3 games is massive, though, as long as we win this game, but we don't. So not good. We have to win the next 3 games in a row or we're out in the second round. We do take game 5, 4-2. Game number 6, very important. It's an overtime win, 2-1. And we're going to the fantasy sim. I think on this roster file that I use here, they have Kemper still. We're about to find out when we score. Okay, we didn't score. Nichushkin scores on Reimer, so we're sticking with Reimer in the playoffs. Second period, no score as well. An 8-time speed. I guess we'll never know if we don't score, right? Power play, bang one home, please? No? Okay, I guess it's fine. It's not fine. They didn't score on theirs either, at least, but they got another one. They still didn't score. We're going to lose 1-0 in game 7. Please don't. Please don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. It wasn't even an empty net goal. Hey, they do have Kemper. We tied it. What just happened? What actually just happened? We're going to overtime. 2 goals in the last 52 seconds by Ristolainen and Nick Ritchie out of everyone in the world on this team. We're actually going into overtime, and you know that if it's a game 7 overtime, we are watching that. I actually have to make sure it's computer versus computer first, though. No cheating allowed. Landeskog could end it. Big save by Reimer, but we can't pick it up, so Rantanen's got a big play, and there it is. I don't know who that was that couldn't pick that up, but you're fired. That was a terrible play. Well, that sucks. That went from really hype to really very saddening. I don't know how many varies I can add to the end, but that's how sad I am. And the Tampa Bay Lightning end up winning the cup, which makes it even worse. Rantanen 13 points, 7 goals, 6 assists to lead the team in both those categories. Literally all of them. Morgan Riley tied him in assists with 6. Same with Reinhardt. As for points, Robertson 9, Radulov 8, Riley 8, Rodriguez, Rask, Raquel, Rust, a bunch of people with 6. And then goals, we're looking at Robertson and Radulov with 4, Rodriguez with 3, Nick Ritchie with 3, Roslovic with 3, then a bunch of 2s. Rantanen with 7, looking real strong on defense. Morgan Rielly, 8 points is the most by far. The closest was 3 with Ristolainen and Roy. Mike Riley, Jan Ruda with 2, and Romanov with 1. Shout out to James Reimer, the man, the myth, the legend. 932 save percentage and a 2.26 goals against average. And he got let down in that overtime. So I don't know who made that defensive play, or lack thereof one, I should say, but that was a terrible showing and it literally cost us the game. I'm sorry, Reimer, it's not your fault. And to make matters worse, we absolutely stunk in year number 2, 30, 44, and 8. 68 points for last in the NHL. How did we go from almost beating Colorado in the playoffs to last in the NHL? Well, let's find out why. 29 goals and 39 assists for Rantanen for 68 points. After that, Robertson, 20 goals. Raymond, 24 for second on the team. Only 3 20-goal scores this time around. Could have had something to do with it. 57 points for Robertson. 53 for Raymond. We're down to the 40s already for our top 4. Sam Reinhart, 48. Rodriguez, 45. Russ, 43. Raquel, 41. Roslovic, 38. Ristolainen, 34 was our best defenseman. That also could have been a problem. 8 goals, 26 assists for Ristolainen for 34 points to lead the team on defense. Morgan Rielly had 8 goals, 24 assists, so just 2 shy of Ristolainen. Mike Riley, 8 goals as well. Roy, 7 goals. Ruda, 4 goals. Romanov, 2 goals. Played Ranta more games this time. They both kind of sucked though, huh? 900 save percentage on the dot, 3 goals against average on the dot, 3 shutouts, 16 wins in 49 games played. Only 14 wins in 39 games played for Reimer. 1 shutout, 906 save percentage, so a little bit better, and a 2.80 goals against average, also a little bit better. Well, we're already done here because we didn't make the playoffs, but just for fun, we got to see who won the cup. Tampa in the first year, and who are we seeing this year? Someone different, someone fresh, or just the same old, same old? Boston Bruins. You know, we don't see Boston win that many sims, so it is kind of fresh. On the bright side, in our 3rd and final season, we will be returning to the playoffs with a 45-31-6 record, 96 points, 4th in our division, which means a wild card spot, and a great performance from Brendan Rust, 18 goals, 54 assists for 72 points, 2nd on the team, but once again, obviously, Mikko Rantanen, most goals on the team, actually tied with Lucas Raymond, both having 35 points, 75 for Rantanen led. Raymond only having 64. Robertson, 23 goals, 46 assists for 69 points. Reinhart, 14 goals, 47 assists for 61 points. Raquel, 20 goals, 40 assists for 60 points. Roslovic also dropping a 20 bomb. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20-goal scorers this time around. Riley once again on top, 9 goals, 27 assists for 36 points. Ristolainen, 9 goals, 22 assists for 31 points. Roy had 7 goals, 19 assists for 26 goals. Romanov, 8 goals, so that's his most yet as well. 15 assists for 23 points. Ruda also had 8 goals. Mike Riley, 6 goals, 22 points for Riley, 14 for Ruda. Key to our success is playing more James Reimer, even though he only won 24 games and 52 games played, and Ranta won 21 games and 33 games played, so you'd think Ranta actually played better when you look at it that way, and had better stats. Don't talk about it, though. We don't talk about it that way. 907 save percentage and a 2.84 goals against average. 1 shutout. But Reimer, 5 shutouts with worse stats overall. 900 save percentage and a 3.09 goals against average. Vegas Golden Knights in the first round. Show me the money. That is absolutely not the money. At least we won game 3, 4-3. We're not completely dead, but game 4 is very important. And of course, it's a loss. So if we lose one more time, we are out of the playoffs, and we do it in game 5 because why not? I can't believe we were 1 overtime away from the conference finals. And then ever since that, it's been absolutely heartbreaking. Don't even make it close to the playoffs in year number 2. In fact, we're last in the NHL. And then in year number 3, lost in the first round. And Winnipeg Jets capture the Stanley Cup. So I guess good for them. And there's not really much to look at stat-wise when you only play 5 games. But 3 goals, 3 assists for Reinhart, 6 points. Rodriguez, 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Rantanen, only 2 for 2, 4 points. Robertson, also 4 points, only a goal. Raymond, 4 points, no goal. Raquel, 2 goals. We had 2 3-goal scorers and 2 2-goal scorers and a couple 1-goal scorers, and then that's about it. We did make the right choice, at least we thought we did when it came to goalies. We did play Ranta, but he only had an 8.80 save percentage, a 3.69 goals against average, no shutouts, only 1 win. So realistically, I'm just saying Reimer had our best performance in the playoffs and in the regular season. When he started, we made the playoffs both times, so we're just better off with him in net. I feel like we should have played him more. We are done here for today. No Stanley Cups. We did win a series, though. which does make this not the worst team yet, because our last letter team didn't even win a series and only made the playoffs twice. So at least the R team can say that they are not the worst letter in the NHL, but sadly they're nowhere near the best either. Let me know down below who you think the MVP should be. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out.